What's up, guys? How's it going? And welcome to the main channel. Today we're going to be talking about these two games that are being very talked about, and that's Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I've been playing Violet, my girlfriend has been playing Scarlet, so I kind of been seeing both of the games back and forth. There's a lot of cool stuff about it, and there's some things that a lot of people have mentioned and everything. So this is just kind of going to be more of an impressions video, much more than a review, because I've not actually finished the whole game. It's an insanely long game and there's a lot of shit to do in the game, so I'm sorry I haven't finished the whole game or anything like that. But I think I played enough to kind of talk about my feelings and how I feel about it. There's one phrase that I keep seeing in a lot of reviews and I hate that phrase, so I'm gonna mention that in a second. But first of all, I come from playing the games since the very beginning. Like, I played the original Pokemon Red game all the way up until this one. I skipped a few demos here and there, but I'm mainly playing most of the mainline games and everything. The last game that I played from them was the Legend Arceus game, which I am gonna compare a little bit to this game because I feel like, even though I'm enjoying this game a lot, I feel like Legend Arceus actually had better mechanics in a lot of the areas than in this one, which is almost feels a little backwards because the other one came out before this one. But anyway, that's pretty much my thoughts on that. But let's go ahead and jump right into it. So, first of all, the game just came out recently. There's been a lot of discussions about the performance in this game. I want to clarify, I actually haven't experienced much of that, which I'm kind of disappointed. I know a lot of people complain about bugs, and I'm like, I haven't seen enough bugs to complain about them. I kind of bitch with I want to bitch about them with everybody else, but I unfortunately haven't seen much bugs. They think the only bugs that I've seen is whenever a Pokemon is just literally invisible, and you kind of like start a battle with an invisible Pokemon. But other than that, there's like no actual like glitches or anything, and I played most of the game multiplayer with my girlfriend. Like, we literally been playing the entire game together, and we haven't experienced like any bugs, like any like major bugs or something like that. I've seen some really funny ones like T-posing, or like a lot of characters like going invisible, or like the frame rate going like dropping crazy low or anything like that. I haven't seen any of that, which is kind of crazy. I've seen a lot of videos out there, like crazy stuff and everything, but myself, like, I just cannot like talk about that because I haven't seen much of that. Like I said, I think the most glitchy I've seen is whenever I was setting up my picnic. My girlfriend set up her picnic, and I was literally glitched into her picnic. So it looked like I was like falling, but I wasn't because I was on top of her table. And then it just like threw me off to the side, and that was pretty much that. And then again, invisible Pokemons and everything. Overall, Pokemon games are just fun time games. I don't think they are like very intensive of what you do in the game, which is literally just walk around in the open world, capture Pokemons, go to the next town, rinse and repeat. There isn't really much to the formula to be like really like, wow, this is such a big thing. Now the big thing is that it's an open world game and that you can literally go anywhere in the game and catch any Pokemon that you want and fight the gyms in any order. To be honest, I've seen this phrase mentioned a lot, which is the step in the right direction. I really don't think that there's any steps in this particular game. I feel like this game is basically just a build-up of the previous games, but I don't think the game is particularly, I don't know, I'll be honest, I'm gonna come on and say this right here. Maybe some people wanna kill me for this. I don't think the game is worth $60. Like, I honestly, I pay it because I can afford $60 for two games and everything. But personally speaking, I think this is worth like $25. Like, I honestly, just straight up, I don't think this is worth full price. I think the game is fine. It's really just another Pokemon game, and if you played enough of these games, they are basically the same thing. You get your Pokemons, you walk around, you catch more Pokemons, you go and fight either the bad guys of the game, or catch more Pokemon, legendary Pokemon, or do like the thing or whatever. They did add like these side quest stories that are basically the same thing I did before, which is again the stuff that I mentioned before, or going to like the gym and the Elite Four and all that stuff and everything. Basically, I don't know if I've seen a lot of people say it's a step in the right direction, but I don't really feel there's any steps that they can hear that haven't been done before. Is the game fun? Yes, because inherently Pokemon games are fun because of the way that they're made. They're games that you played in your childhood, or people that have played these games for a long time, or even if you never played one of these games. I think there's something about these games that just are inherently fun because of the way that they're made, which is basically these feel of adventure that you're out there, you know, like there's the cute Pokemon that you catch and everything, they're all cute, and you name them and you like hang out with them, and then you do Pokemon things and everything. I think it's just the formula itself is just fun enough that no matter what they do, it's still a fun experience. But I personally don't feel like there is anything here that'll say, wow, they really are building up something good from the previous games. It honestly just feels like the same kind of stuff that they've done before, just with like slightly better graphics, or a slightly better different art style, I guess, if you will, in a different country with different Pokemon, with some different variations. They always have a gimmick, you know. In previous Pokemon, for example, you Pokemon could go Gigantamax, or like this other evolution thing that they added before, or like all this other gimmick feature that they done. In this one, there's like crystals, so they turn into crystals and shit. Kind of cool, I guess, if you will. They changed types and everything. It's just another gimmick to me. It doesn't really feel like a much of a difference between this and the other thing. I'm coming off of more negative than I feel, because I feel like the game is just fine. I just feel like a lot of people are either shitting on the game and defending the game like a really big weird way. And personally, I just feel like it's neither bad or horrible. I think it's just fine. But I think the games have just always been fine in the same way that if you enjoy Pokemon, you of course are gonna enjoy this one because it's more Pokemon. And if you enjoy Pokemon, you're just gonna like this one. You're bound to enjoy it more. On the other hand, if you're looking for more steps on the right direction, I just don't feel like there's enough here to say they're doing anything good or bad. I just think they're just doing another Pokemon game like they've been doing for the last 20 years. And that's fine too. If you're looking for a comfort series, and if you're looking for a game that is just kind of, it's a cool experience where you catch Pokemon and you have a nice time, you're still gonna have this here regardless of the bugs or anything like that. The game's still a Pokemon game that is pretty enjoyable on itself, which is fine. I just feel like it's kind of almost like an insult and a slap on the face to charge $60 for this game, where there's clearly not enough added here for you to have a different Pokemon experience or something. But that's fine. That's pretty much my thoughts on that. Let me know in the comments down below how you feel about it. I think that these Pokemon games are becoming a yearly thing. It's almost like when you're expecting the next Call of Duty game, and it kind of looks almost like the previous games, and I don't even remember what the name of the last Call of Duty game is. And I don't know, I just kind of feel like the same way about Pokemon that I feel about other franchises nowadays. Kind of cynical in that sense. But I want to hear your comments down below. How do you feel about this? Do you enjoy it? Do you not enjoy it? Are you having a fun time with the glitches or not? Again, I see a lot of cool pictures out there. I'm like, that's kind of funny, that sounds kind of fun, but I haven't seen any of that, so I can't talk about that myself. Anyway, thanks so much for watching this, guys. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. But before we end this video, I want to thank all the members: Miko, Another Fox, Demicro, H2DK, King Narukami 45, Ethan McNeil, and Rising Oilblin. Thank you so much, guys, for your support. I couldn't make these videos without your help.